Apa khabar semua? Nama saya Nelson. Saya pemain bass untuk kumpulan Tujuh, that's our logo. And today I'm here to show you how to play Gila on the bass. And actually, it's a pretty straightforward song. It's nothing too difficult about it. There are different techniques that are used in the song, and I will demonstrate them to you one at a time. Now, if you haven't watched the video or if you haven't heard the song, of course, please go check out the music video. We don't have it on Spotify, sadly, but we do have it on a music video is on YouTube. So go and search for Tujuhband, and it's all over there. So listen to the song, and then you know what I mean by the different techniques and the different sections that I'll be talking about. So the different techniques that I use are, of course, fingerstyle. That's a fingerstyle technique. Let me just up the volume a little bit here. Okay, so fingerstyle is definitely one of them, and the next one would be a use of harmonics. That's the end of the at the end of the in fact in the middle of the interlude parts. So I'll use a harmonic on the D and G string to play the high harmonic on that. Let me show you that one more time, and we'll go more into detail later on. So for that, and also a bit of tapping techniques where I do at the end of the solo, this section here, where I do this. If you can see from the camera, where I do this. Alright, I'll go through a little bit of that. But other than that, it's pretty much basic, just fingering techniques and playing. Oh, and also string bending, especially when I do it at the start of the song, where I do the intro. So it's something like, this part here. I will show you all that as we go throughout the video. Okay, so let's go through the song. If you haven't heard it yet, once again, go check it out. I will talk about the different sections of this piece. So the song starts out with an drum fill, right? It goes for about 4 bars, and then I'll come in with the bass. Of course, guitars come in as well, but I'll come in with the bass, and this is how it sounds like. Here goes. Okay, so that is the intro section where I play on the high register. This is what I do. I place my ring finger on the A. Here is the octave up of this A, so this A here, and then I just basically play like a blues scale. So the blues scale, you got to know your basics of the modes and the scales as well. So a blues scale, figure it out for yourself what it is, right? I won't go through too much detail, but this is what I do. I play an A, and I play a C, and then the D, and then I'm supposed to go to that E flat here, but sometimes what I would like to do, okay, some people play like this, and sometimes I might do that as well, but most of the time I like to bend, and that's another part, another kind of skill, technique that I use in this song. See that? That bend over there. 4 times. And then I go down to that A. Then when we do that low octave of that A over there. So that's basically the intro section of that song, part 1, and then there's a second part of the intro where I go over here and we play different things, which I'm going to show you right now. The switch, and I think a lot of people kind of ask me as well, why don't I use open notes? I can, it's just that, you know, for example, from here, I can do that, but I don't really like open notes per se, because I don't have control over them. So I have control over this A, but I don't have control over this A. See what I mean? So I don't mind using open, if they're available, but sometimes I'll just go back down to this A. So like this. Last one. Now notice what I did there. Now I bend the string again, but I bend it in a different way. I bend it down because we don't have much space. You can see over here, we don't have much space from here to bend up. So what I would like to do is I like to bend it. I like to bend down. I like to bend down. Oh man, sounds wrong. Cut. I like to bend the string. I like to bend the string downwards like this, down like this. So it kind of cuts here. Can you see it? Bend the string downwards like that, like that. Okay. Play the same riff like that. Okay, 4 times. Not exactly 4 times, but we it's a different kind of riff. So it goes like this. And that's where we go to the harmonic there. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, it goes up there. Of course, I can play the harmonic like this, right? I mean, it will be easier, but sometimes because of our hand positions when we are playing, right? Sometimes because our hand positions when we're playing, you see that curve there? And it might get in the way, but if you're doing this, it's straight. So when it's straight, it's easier to hit that harmonic. Sometimes, well, you can. I mean, I can do it both ways. I can do it both ways, yeah. And it looks cooler if I put it on top, and then I go back again. Alright, so just another one of those techniques that I use, harmonics and overhand playing. It's something that it's unnecessary. I would say it's not something essential, but it's just a way of connecting with the audience for me when I play. Alright, so you do that a few times, check out the song, and then it goes to the verse. Okay, now the verse is actually very easy. The verse doesn't have much complicating stuff. It's just a chromatic walk down from the A here. Okay, so we start go. And then the riff. Repeat that again. All right. That's all. Very simple. Down, F sharp, to the F, 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 F. And we decided to go to that G sharp over there. Most people, sometimes E on G sharp, but we'll just play the 5. E, or, yeah, the 5. And then go back to that A. So 2 times of that. And then it goes to the pre-chorus. Okay, so the pre-chorus, also very simple. Just 8 notes on the D with the accent 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. So 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Slide up to that octave there, or you can just stay on this low G. I like to do a lot of sliding. I think that's also one of my
A few minutes later.
Sliding, I do a lot of sliding. It's one of the things that I like to do a lot. So when you hear the slide, you probably know that, hey, that's him. It could be Nelson playing the bass. A lot of sliding. And it's all practice because it's actually very simple. I might do a video kind of teaching some techniques that I use and how I kind of link them all together. But moving along, okay, so we go to the chorus now. So the chorus is also very simple. We just play F, C, and D minor, And then after the first part of the chorus, we're gonna do kind of like a short lick, which we will listen to right now.
Gila, 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 gila kanata, gila, 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 gila kanama, hapda di bawah mati.
Now that part is the part of that small little riff that we do, so let's kind of play through. So F. Ashri, the drummer, he does kind of like a you know, on the F and the C. So as a bass player, oftentimes I find myself wanting to follow that. There are times where I feel that I just need to hold on to that root. So it really depends on what you want to do and how you want to play it. But for me, sometimes I do this. So Gila, 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 na, 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 like that. So and C. Okay, that one, and then we'll go to that lick that we play. It's the same. It's actually just chromatically down, but we're using a different how would I say, it's just a different kind of rhythm to it. So it goes like this. Watch my fingers. Got that? Okay, I'll do it slowly. Okay, in full speed. And then go back to the F again. And then we do that same thing without the that riff. Okay, so it's basically just walk down again from the A here, which is the octave of this A. We're walking down chromatically here, and then we add some chromatic notes. So it's all around this box here. All right, so that is how we play that. Okay, so figure that out. So that part, and then it goes back to Gila, Gila, and then we will start all over again from the intro. Okay, we go intro or the interlude or whatever you call that. Now from that interlude where Shamil plays, he just does that part there. We'll come back to the verse, and now the verse is slightly different this time, because I know, because what I like to do is when I play music, songs and music, I don't like to do the same. I don't always like to do the same thing. So the second time that that this thing came in, what I did was I changed it up a little, and I played more of the octaves and the fives, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like for example, if I'm playing A here, my 5 would be my E, and then I'll go to the octave here, which some people call the 8, or some people call the octave. So this is what I do. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. You see? Goes to this G sharp here, or A flat, which is the same thing over here. Alright, but I do it differently, like this. So I'm playing all around the neck, and you might think that, what the hell is this fella doing? Some of you might know it, but for basic beginners, you know, just playing root notes, you might not know. It's actually all the same thing. For example, if I'm playing A, right? I'm doing it up here, right? It's all the same notes, it's just playing it a different way. And how do we bring all these notes together to make it sound more complicated than it should be, or more complicated than it is, right? So this is what I do. I'll do it slowly. F, M, G sharp, A. Again. goes to the pre-chorus and do the same thing again. All right. So think of ways of how you can make a bass line more interesting, other than just play, the same thing over and over again. How can we make it more interesting? All right. So that is the second verse, that part there. And then we move on to the chorus, and everything is all the same. Now comes the part where we play the solo. Before the solo, we do the interlude again, and when I do that harmonic again, and now comes to the solo. So the solo section is the most interesting part of the song because I wanted it to be different. When we write songs together as Tujuhband, all of us throw in a lot of ideas, but I can tell you, and the boys can vouch for this. I'm always, maybe not always, but most of the time I'm the one that comes up with all the weird ideas. Like, hey, can you try this way? Play 7/4, play 118 over 1040, whatever. Funny time signature, cut one bar, come in on the second, do something different. Maybe can we syncopate here? So this is one of the things that I think we kind of agreed on, and that is the syncopated kick drum for Ashri. So I'll just do, of course, we the chords are D minor, E minor, F, and then goes to that riff again, A, and then the second one is another part. So first part of the solo, I follow Ashri's kick drums. Right, so it goes like this. And then you go to the riff again. Okay, so first part is very simple. If you can't get it, it's got boom 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 and groove. You realize all those small little ghost notes that I played. Ding, ding, ding. You can watch my right hand right here. It's kind of like to keep in time, when you got to have your own inner clock. Yeah, you got to have that inner clock in you, so you can always make sure that you have your own time. The drummer has his own time, and then you can blend together. Okay, so once again, D minor, E minor, F, lick, and then this comes the second part. The second part are pretty much the same chords. So it's D minor, E, minor, F, G, and it ends on an F before we go Gila, 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 and go back to the chorus again. Okay, now this is the interesting part. Because Ashri goes back to da, but I didn't want to just play. Well, I can do this all day. Do this all day long, right? But it's to me. I mean, I won't say it's boring. I say I get the job done, but I wanted something to be interesting, and it's not often where bass players get to shine a lot, and I think that in this song I had that chance to shine, so I thought I should do it. And it's a solo section. It's not where one is singing, so I'm not affecting his vocals, so called. So what I did was I played modes. I played the first 4 notes of modes. I played the first 4 notes of Dorian, and I go back, and then I played the first 4 notes of Figurine, and I went back, and then I played the first 4 notes of Lydian, and then did something else. So once again, modes. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, modes, go figure it out. Just check out the different modes. There's 7 modes in music, in modern music. Check out the names of it, so that when people talk about it, Dorian, second minor, which is in key of A minor or C, So second minor is a Dorian. I just played the first 4 notes of it and went back, and that's it. But it gives the song a little more, how would I say it? A little more feel. Okay, maybe let's listen to that part. Okay, part 2 of the solo. Go. Figan, Lydian, okay. So the three main parts over there. So Lydian, and then I'll go to that G. I call it 159 because 159, a root, 5th, and the 9th. Alright, but I slide back to the 8, so it's. I like to use that groove. It's one of those kind of grooves that I like to use. So I ended on the G there. Okay, and on the G there. Alright, and I know that we're going to go back to the F. And Shamil was kind of doing like some crazy fast shit. So I thought, hey, it'd be cool if I can join him. So what I decided to do is I decided to go to my tapping, which is something that I have been learning, practicing a lot. I got that tapping from my favorite bass player, that's Billy Sheehan, from Mr. Big. Mr. Big, Nysin, Winery Dogs, Sons of Apollo. And I got a lot of his technique. So if you want to learn tapping, go check him out. It's he does really cool stuff and fast as well. So this is kind of like what I do at that part. So after I play the G, alright, so I tap on 3 notes. Okay, I tap on the G, the A, and the C over here. Okay, if you can see my hands here, I tap on the A, G, A, and the C over here. And the right hand has to form a clamp like this. I won't talk too much about the technique, but I'll just talk a little bit about what I tap and the notes that I play and how I do it. Okay, so I like to think of the tapping as triplets. It's like 12/8. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Actually, it's actually in 4/4, but what we do is because it's in 12/8, so it kind of splits up triplets. So it goes like this. Watch my hands. It goes like this into 2 parts. Okay, so it's A, G, A, C, A, G, and there's a technique to it. All right. So this is what we do. All right. This is the technique. So tap. Tap. So first we know the notes, right? A, G, A, C, A, G. A, G, A, C, A, G. A, G, A, C, A, G. That is the pattern of the tap. Okay? But the way that it's done is slightly different as well. So I tap on the A. I pull off to the G. I tap my left hand on the A. So tap, pull, tap. G, A, G, A is a tap, pull, tap. And then, as I'm tapping and I'm holding on to this A, I go to this C, and I tap the C, pull on the A, and I pull down on this, the G here. Okay, so one more time. Tap, pull, tap, tap, pull, pull. Tap, pull, tap, tap, pull, pull. Okay? And it's something that you can practice slowly, practice with a metronome, try and get your speed up. In fact, it's harder to play it slow, because you need to have a lot of control. And as you get better and better, that's how you get faster and faster. Okay, so I do it as fast as I can. I don't really go in time myself for that part. I try my best to do as fast as I can. And then I end, this is the interesting part, because I know that I'm going to end on an F. I know that I'm going to get on an F, but I don't want to play just one F. Right? I want to join in the band and play together with a different F. So this is what I did. Because when I was playing this, I was trying to figure out how am I going to go to the F, right? How am I going to go to the F? And I realized that, hey, no, this is a C. C is over here, and C is the fifth of the F note, which is here. C here, right? C, C, which is the fifth of the F over there. So if I'm playing on the C over here, then where can I play the F? I can play the F here, right? It's a little out of tune. Okay, better. You get the idea. Okay, so we'll try again. There you go, F. So I play this F here, and then Shamil does a slight, and I'll go back, Gila, Gila, on that F over there. So it gives a different kind of contrast to it. So it doesn't sound like, I'm just playing on one note and just, nothing wrong with that, but just to give a little more to the song. All right, so once again, I do that tapping. So Gila, 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 Gila. Yeah. So that's how I play that part, and yeah, pretty much that's it. That's and then we go back to the we go back to the chorus, and then we go to the outro, and then we play out that song. All right, and of course, let's do the outro before we end. We end on the C, which is which is on the fourth beat of the bar. Not very common, but it's something that we thought would make that song interesting. So this is what we do at the end. And that's the C over there. We end it over there. All right, and that's about it. If you have any questions or any comments, just leave a comment below. Any questions, you can just feel free to message me, and I'll show you how to play in more detail, and I'll explain to you the things and maybe a little bit more technical stuff that I do when I'm playing my bass. All right, so with that, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon. Rock on.